Hello and welcome to Finch's Film Club podcast. I'm Rebecca Finch, and this is a podcast where we talk all things film and television and learn some new things about our favourite movies and TV shows. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different to the maybe one we've had so far already. But we're going to be discussing soundtrack rather than visuals or plot. So that's pretty exciting. We're going to be focusing on the music of John Williams because he is an absolute legend. In the words of my year 11 music teacher, John Williams is bae. We're going to look into the music he's made today and discuss the films and also the songs, obviously. It kind of goes without saying that there may be spoilers for any of the movies that we mention today. And, of course, I'm joined by a guest. Today's guest is Grace Cronin. Say hello, Grace.
Hello, Slayers.
Hi, Grace. Both of us go...
That's so cringe. Why is that my intro?
Say something else then.
Hello.
Hello, okay. So both of us go very much insane over a good film score.
So true.
I'm really excited to talk about this today.
The best way I'd describe it is if you're actually cool, unlike Rebecca, because, you know, obviously, if you've seen the movie The Holiday, which I don't think you have you?
No, I'm not a Christmas film kind of person.
Whatever. If you've seen the movie The Holiday, there's a scene where... You must have seen the scene, though, where Jack Black goes to the Blockbuster store with Kate Winslet.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he picks out all the movies, and he's like, oh, the score. And he does this... That's me. Okay, that's me and Rebecca in a nutshell. Yeah, I'm just a big fat nerd for all that kind of thing, you know.
Do you want to explain our cinema tradition that we have?
My gosh, yeah. So... Rebecca and I do go to the cinema a lot, I have to say. And a big tradition. I don't really know why it began. It just did. I think it was after Jurassic World.
No, it was...
Really?
We did it before. Yeah, I don't know why.
Anyway.
I think it was Scream. When we went to see Scream 5, we were let's listen to some calming music.
Yeah, and I put on Nemo Egg, you know. That's
Nemo Egg.
Well, you know, I put my film music playlist on in the background, in the car, and it was great, and we do it every time now we go to cinema. Except my aux is broke, my Bluetooth thing is broken, so we couldn't do it on our last cinema trip, which I just think is so sad. But to be fair, it wasn't just us two.
That is true, yeah.
But,
I think it's just hilarious because Grace's car is really small and we're like flying along the roads listening to
huge country roads.
Yeah. And we're
bumpy country roads in my tiny car.
What's the name of
Star Wars? Yeah. Imperial March,
like flying along listening to
hilarious.
Something I've literally forgotten the name of, just the opening titles, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't actually introduce who I was or anything.
Well, this is Grace. We are best friends, but I'm also lying because I don't like her.
So true. It's quite hard for us to say, actually. It's like I think it's become such a thing over too many years to be able to say, to actually say we like each other. It just sounds like a lie.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound right. But anyway, I don't know. What should I say? I'm Grace. Yes, we're very good pals.
We studied music together for a few years, and Grace is going to do music in university.
I am at university at the moment, but then I picked the wrong thing. It's not my passion, you know what I mean?
You've got a passion.
Exactly. And I'm going to study music, so I feel like I should be, ideally...
use this as a reference.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Hello. I spoke about music on
I was invited
really
on a podcast.
Beautiful podcast.
Yeah. So, talking about music, we recently went to a club. You could call it a club. It's just actually the worst place on earth. It's just the back rooms.
It's
if you put
the
music
deadest
in the
club
back rooms.
on earth.
It's like a liminal space. You know, like there's people that post like TikToks like, I feel like I've been here before. Like, I've dreamed about this place.
Have you guys dreamt about this place before?
It's just like, because the walls and the floor are the same like shade of white, and there's just like a DJ tower or whatever the hell it's called.
It is the way. Yeah, that is the
if you take a picture of it in the daytime and then post it onto it and be like, I feel like I've been here before.
No, literally.
Like, I feel so nostalgic. And it's just the worst place you've ever been to in your life.
The worst thing as well, they do at this club, right? They put the lights on at the end. We weren't there long enough, but at the end they put the lights on, and it's like, you know like a prison torture scene or something where they put all the lights on, you're like, and it's just so bad.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like, the music that they were playing, right, it was ridiculously loud. I feel like I've got permanent hearing damage. I might sue the DJ because, I just want to, like, don't listen to this podcast too loud. don't give yourself permanent hearing damage because it's not worth it. I'm encouraging all of you to protect your hearing.
Okay.
So let's talk about Mr. John Williams.
Let's.
I want to do a quick summary of who he is for anyone that doesn't know. But if you don't know, why? I really would love to know why you don't know who John Williams is. I actually was messing around with some AI, right, the other day. And I was like, maybe I should get it to write a summary of John Williams. And I was like, that's hilarious. I'm going to do it. So all of this casual summary is written by, I was going to say John Williams. It's written by artificial intelligence. So it might not be entirely accurate in some places, but I think it's hilarious because it's just like, it's normal, but there's just some words where I'm like, Are you freaking serious right now? That's your description of John Williams. Okay, this is what it says. He's this amazing composer, conductor, and pianist. He was born in 1932 in Floral Park, New York. Williams is known for his work as a film composer and has made some of the most kick-ass film scores in cinematic history. Williams started his career way back in the 1950s as a pianist and session musician in Hollywood, and then he went to work as an orchestrator for other composers like Henry Mancini and Bernard Herrmann. I like the number of R's in his name. 2. In 1958. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which is not that many, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Williams made his film composer debut in 1960, scoring the film Daddy-O, which I have never seen.
No, neither.
Yeah. Anyway, in 1975, Williams...
Sorry, Daddy-O fans out there.
Sorry, guys. Williams hit the jackpot when he composed the score for Jaws. The 2-note motif... Yeah, thank you. The 2-note motif that he created for the film is insanely recognisable and is still used today. After that, Williams went on to make more iconic scores for blockbuster films like the Star Wars franchise, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Jurassic Park, and Harry Potter. Aside from his film work, Williams has also made some concert pieces and was the principal conductor of the Boston Pops Orchestra from 1980 to 1993. Williams has won 5 Academy... Oh, no, wait. This is my favourite part of the whole summary, and I missed it out. Ready? It goes like this. And get this. Get this. Get this, guys.
Get this.
Williams has won 5 Academy Awards, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and 25 Grammy Awards, making him one of the most decorated composers in history. Some people say it's 24. It might be 25. I don't know. Couldn't be bothered to Google it. I'm sorry. Don Williams. John Williams is a total legend in the music and cinema world.
Wow.
And his work
Clearly AI is a fan.
to inspire and captivate the audiences all over the world. That is true. I think the AI that wrote this is like, I love John Williams. So there you go. That covers quite a lot.
That really does, I think.
So there you go. Now you know who he is if you didn't before.
But again, if you didn't, where you been?
Yeah, and that's the end of the podcast. That's who John Williams is. In my opinion, I actually genuinely think he's the best composer of all time. Like,
My goodness.
Film composer.
Film composer of all time.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, I gotta say, I do love John Williams. And I have to say, a huge chunk of my film music playlist is dedicated to the man himself. However, a large contender is Hans Zimmer.
I have written him down.
Yeah, he's just so iconic. And can we just say, we get to experience their music in a time where they're both alive,
which is crazy.
And they're both so iconic. I mean, yeah, we're obviously focusing on John Williams, but it's hard not to mention some brilliant works of Hans Zimmer.
Mm-hmm.
And the movies that have come out of it as well are just insane. Some of my favourites. The Holiday, for a start. Guys, if you haven't listened to Maestro, specifically from The Holiday, give that a listen.
Give it a listen, man.
Inception as well. It's pretty amazing. Just a couple. I mean, there's loads, but, we're not going to go into it.
Well, I know you like a Hans Zimmer soundtrack.
I really
But
do.
it has been said, not by me, not disrespecting the man himself, but it has been said that his themes don't tend to, like, develop over the course of the film the way that John Williams does.
I agree.
She agrees.
I think I actually do get that, yeah. I think as well, the themes... I mean, a perfect example of that. I mean, pretty much most of them, but a really good example, and that most people would know, is Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I think Hedwig's theme, rogue name choice, I've got to put it out there. Hedwig's theme, girl, why is it not Harry's theme? I've got to say it.
Yeah.
What's Hedwig doing? Okay. Anyway, it's okay, John. We don't judge.
You for that.
It wasn't big at that point. But yeah, that one theme develops insanely. Can I just say as well, this is pretty iconic. John Williams wrote that theme, right? For Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
And then not only did it develop throughout the films that he wrote it for and the films that he composed, but it was continued to use because it was so iconic in every single film. And may I just say, not every single film was composed by the same person.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty slay. All these different composers are using his theme that he made, and it's so well done. And I just think if that doesn't say how iconic it is. So. Well, exactly. If it doesn't say how iconic it is, and it just like one thing I love about him is that he's so able to paint a picture with his music. Like immediately, when you hear that theme, you think of it. If you've not seen it, you think of it.
Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think very notable, even though Harry Potter wasn't, most of his like music is for Steven Spielberg movies, of course. So their partnership has been like 40 years long, which is crazy.
Actually insane.
And it started because Steven Spielberg asked him to do the music for a movie called The Sugarland Express, produced by Zanuck and Brown, which, as with many other famous films, because they were like the leaders of like the production company. It's written in that book I have about Jaws, the Jaws log, which, by the way, is like, apparently people refer to it as a filmmaking Bible. So, if you want a Bible about filmmaking, get the Jaws log. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, so that's how they started working together. I think it's worth starting with Jaws now, talking about like songs that he's done, because obviously it's one of his earliest like famous soundtracks with Steven Spielberg, and it's a big one. Everyone knows that theme as well. And I'm just really excited to talk about it because I love Jaws.
I was there and I made Rebecca watch Jaws for the first time.
Yeah, we watched a lot of different shark movies that evening.
We did actually.
We watched The Meg, which was
shocking, appalling piece of cinema.
Yeah, not.
Is it a piece of cinema? No.
It's just
no offense to The Meg.
No offense to any fans of The Meg.
It was a rogue film. I gotta say.
Yeah,
but it made us appreciate Jaws.
Yeah, that's why Steven Spielberg doesn't do shark movies anymore, because he was like, I've done the shark movie. Like, I don't have to do anything.
That is so sad. Imagine saying that. I've done the shark movie. I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah. So, I think you know this. I feel like I've told you this before. But when John Williams showed him the Jaws theme for the first time, Steven Spielberg thought he was joking. Because he was like, are you serious? I've like hired you to do this like soundtrack for me and it's 2 notes. And he's like, no, listen. And then he plays it again and he's like, okay, yeah, I see it. I see the vision. So
that is amazing.
But then I remember you and I were driving on a dark road, as we normally do when we come back from the cinema. And you were like, he's like, his genius, like the 2 notes.
Yeah.
Like, imagine just playing 2 notes and then everyone immediately is like, shark.
Shark.
That's
I'm
crazy.
sorry.
Like,
that is just
when you go to the beach and someone does that, like everyone around you will know what you're trying to do. Like sing those 2 notes and everyone will be like, oh, gotta get out of this water right now. Someone's singing the theme from Jaws.
So iconic. Like, yeah, I think it's really funny that we're like driving back and I just start essentially giving podcast content in the car. But yeah, so true. I could only dream of being able to compose something that good.
Yeah.
Being able to put that symbol in everyone's minds. Like, and it's the thing that's so incredible. This is why we love John Williams. The thing that's so incredible is that it's not like he's just done it once. It's like for so many movies, which we'll go into. But for this one specifically, to just think of like, and everybody, even if you've not seen Jaws, you know what it is. And I think that's a big thing with John Williams. His music, even if you've not seen the movies, you'll know what it is.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty amazing.
And I just like, it's just the best. It just makes me emotional because I just love John Williams, to be quite honest with you.
It is pretty incredible. Do we get to listen to it?
What?
Do we get to play things?
No. I was going to say
that's actually so sad.
It makes me really upset. I was going to do like...
Is it because of rights?
Yeah.
Can you not even play like a tiny bit?
No.
What?
Well, I would. I mean,
even if I was just like...
You could sing it.
Okay, here's my rendition.
No, I don't want to risk anything.
I'm actually really good. Wait, I'll give you not the entire thing, but just the lead up, okay?
Yeah.
And then the bit where it gets a bit quicker, because I'm actually quite good at it.
Okay. How do you know?
Practice.
Right.
I'm going to get low, you know. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
What?
There you go. I think that was really good.
That's actually really...
We don't need this. We don't need you to...
No. That's why I brought Grace here, because I knew that she'd sing the ball. There you go.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. But yeah, incredible
really
score.
interesting. Thank you for that.
So it was when I could hear my breath halfway through. I was like...
This is something that I pointed out the first time I watched the movie, and I feel like it's obvious to anyone that knows anything about cinema, because it's just obvious. Cinema. But the music obviously represents the shark in some places, not only because it's just the shark's theme, but because they had technical problems with the shark. So in some scenes, the shark couldn't be in the water, and therefore the theme would not play, which is when the kids were in the sea with the shark fins on their back, and the song wasn't playing. You know the bit I mean, because I remember I was like, that's not a shark. The song's not playing. That's not a shark.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a shark.
Yes. Oh, I know what you mean. Yes. When it's like, you've seen the shark, so you know what it's about. And then, yeah, they're sitting on the beach, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you're like, and then you're like, no, girl, it's okay.
Okay.
That's not the shark. Because the theme's not playing. I also think one of my favourite shots from that film, there's quite a lot, when you've got the shot from the woman's legs and it's up. And like, that is all I think of. I don't know about anybody else, but you know, when they go to the pool or something,
yeah,
are you with your mates or whatever, you go on holiday, and then if you swim underneath someone, that's all I think of. And yeah, the theme is playing in that, obviously, because it is.
Grace likes to pretend she's a shark. I really love the bit in the end titles theme in Jaws. Well, I don't know, it's in other songs as well. But
Rebecca has a thing for end.
I do. I just
credits
love end credits themes.
Literally
all of them.
Yeah.
But in Jaws, right? It is noticeable in Jaws, obviously, but it's in other pieces of the score as well. But I just forgot the name of the others. It's the hopeful bit. That's what I refer to it as.
I know what you mean.
I forgot how it goes.
Can you not give us a?
No, that is what I was going to say about Jaws. I'm surprised there's not something called Brody's theme, unless that's what it is. But
well, we all know John Williams clearly has a thing for disregarding the characters.
Yeah, it's just called like
Hedwig's theme.
Yeah, Hedwig's
To be fair, a lot of them are like shark
attack,
shark blown to bits,
great shark chase. Yeah. Oh, Quint has Quint. It's called Quint's attack. I mean, that's a bit obvious what happens there. But, like, might as well call it, like, Quint dies. Song for Quint's death.
Yeah.
Another one. Let's talk about. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Have you seen Close Encounters?
See, I've not seen this film, but it's okay, because you've not seen Hook, have you?
No.
That's actually disgusting.
Well, I was trying to do my research for this.
I do need to watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind, though. It is on my list.
I feel like some people are I always get scared that people are going to be mad for having me having a film podcast. I haven't seen every film on the planet. Do you know what I mean? That's not my fault.
This is the thing. I also obviously haven't seen every film on the planet. There's quite a lot. But me and my family, specifically my siblings, have a big thing with films and film pop culture. And these are movies that...
Acting like I don't.
Wow. Yeah, well, you know, it's a big thing. And Rebecca, yeah, I mean, you'd get along very well with all of them. But it's a big thing. If I haven't seen a film, it's actual disgrace. Like, I think...
Yeah.
It's close to being disowned. Oh. So I give that reaction, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, I see.
If you haven't seen it, I'm like, what?
But Close Encounters is really good.
Yeah. Can you give us a summary?
Okay. Spoilers incoming on the way. So there's this guy.
No, I don't want to spoil. It's fine.
Well, I mean, I don't really know. It's just like, everything just sort of happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those films where you remember like specific parts of the plot, but not everything that leads to it. And that's not because it's a bad film. It's just because like everything is just like happening. And I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean.
But there's this guy, his name's Ray, and he's played by the guy who plays Matt Hooper in Jaws.
Oh,
and he's really Roy, one of the two. Probably Roy, because it was 1977. So he sees like an alien spaceship, and like everyone sees it. And then he has this weird connection to it. He's like, oh my God, I have to follow it. I have to figure out where it's going. And then he gets like this like connection to it in terms of like he starts building things and seeing it everywhere and being like, that could be this, like that could lead to this. And then there's this whole thing about like missing people. And they're looking for missing people at the start of the film from like years back, like 1940s, like before the war, all that kind of stuff. And then there's this woman who he meets when his family disowns him because they think he's going insane. And her kid gets abducted by aliens. He goes out through the cat flap or something, which used to terrify me as a kid. That scene used to stick in my head all the time. I used to think that there were going to be aliens in my kitchen and they were going to come and get me. Because like the floor grate like glows orange. And I was like, that's scary. But it's just... And at the end, they find this big mountain and they see the aliens and the aliens run around. It's really hilarious looking at the aliens running around. I'll show you afterwards. It's quite funny. And then all these missing people from all this time ago, they come out of the spaceship and that's that.
OMG.
But they communicate through music. They play a song called what is known in the score as Wild Signals. And it's just like 5 notes. 5? Here it is. And then John Williams had like 5 notes to work with, and he had like loads of different versions of that theme, and he was trying to figure out the perfect one. And it's just like, and then the aliens, like they play it to the aliens using this big speaker, and then the aliens play it back to them in their alien spaceship noises, and then they have like a communication, like the music's all just going off at the same time, and then they eventually release people and all the aliens are running around everywhere. And the film is literally like about communication. That's one of the things, but they can't talk to the aliens, so they use music as a form of communication. And it's just, I just love it because that's how they talk to each other, and communication is emphasized the entire time. I watched a video essay by a guy named Dan Golding on YouTube, and he's talking about how it is about communication and people's words are not being understood a lot of the time. Like, for example, there's like some scenes where people need translators and stuff, and like they like I don't know, like sign language and stuff, even though that might not be in the film. I'm just like saying that as an example. Because you know the hand signals that you do when you're like do re mi. He was doing that a lot, and it's just like people's words aren't being understood in the film, but the music is what is articulate about it. And so it's just, you know, it's really cool because like it's interesting how that music is used to communicate to people, an alien race that we have no like idea how they talk, but music is understood by everyone in the universe, apparently, according to Steven Spielberg and John Williams. Which could be true.
Well, you know, I love that theory. It's given me a dissertation idea.
That's it. Well, there you go. You can use it. What if we just like blast some like Taylor Swift into space and see what happens? Seems like
who would arrive?
I don't know. Maybe we should find out. Let's do it.
Alien Swifties.
Yeah.
I believe they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I believe it's galactic.
Intergalactic Swifties.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
She's probably like a god on some planet.
Yeah.
That isn't this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that is Close Encounters and the music and the importance of the music in that film. And I mean, I didn't really have much else to say about that because I knew that you hadn't seen it, but I would recommend watching it. And like, it's just, I think it's really important. It's from 1977, that film. So it was after Jaws. Hence probably why Richard Dreyfuss played Roy, as well as Matt Hooper in Jaws. So let's talk about my favourite film. The one that I have tattooed on me for the rest of my life.
Can I say it?
You can say it.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. JP.
The RAS.
I just like, it's just the best, and I'm just like really in love with it all the time. Anyone who's not watching the video version of this might have actually like, I'm crying about Jurassic Park right now. I just love it. It's just so good. They used John Williams's main theme from Jaws.
JP.
Jurassic Park. What is it? Welcome to Jurassic Park. That's what it's called, guys.
Yes, it is.
And no, it's not.
Yes,
it's called Theme from Jurassic Park.
Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, yes.
Yes.
It is Theme.
It is Theme. They use it in Jurassic World 1 when they go to Jurassic World for the first time, the two kids.
Of course.
But it doesn't work. It doesn't hit the same. Because, like...
It doesn't. I think the thing with that, we won't go off on a tangent too much, but the thing with that is, like, the Jurassic World movies, especially the first one, definitely played off of nostalgia for the original series.
Yeah, but they did that in the last one. It was
100%.
like big fat fan service. Like the movie wasn't even that good, but every time
100%.
there was like a nostalgic
Yeah, I'd
moment.
watch it again just because.
Yeah.
Like, just to see the gang back together.
Yeah. Just to see that one part where the T-Rex stands in the circle.
Yeah, that was really good.
That film was very good.
No, it was okay. I think I enjoyed the experience of watching it in the cinema with each other as well. I think, you know.
And then we listened to the end credits on repeat the whole way home.
Yeah, we
from
did.
Jurassic Park. The whole way home. I'm not joking. We didn't even change the song. It's like half an hour drive.
30-minute
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. But it's just, it doesn't work the same because it's not like the visuals don't match the sound.
Yeah, I get what you mean. As well, it was like, I mean, I get it. It made me excited when I watched it because I was like, Jurassic Park. And because I love Jurassic Park. Also, yes, I do love Jurassic Park. I haven't actually said. I'm obsessed. I love it so much. Not as much as Rebecca, probably. I don't have a tattoo of it.
No.
But I do really love it.
She loves it. She really loves it, guys.
I don't know. I don't remember the first time I saw it. I would have been a literal child, so I don't remember.
I don't actually remember either.
And also when you've watched a film so many times.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. But yeah, I've seen it so many times. Absolutely adore it. Do quote that movie on the daily, on the regular basis. On the basis. On the reg. As my family, it's a big one. What, while we're here, what are some of your favourite quotes
from Jurassic Park?
From Jurassic Park. The first one particularly. But it can be from any, but specifically the first
from the first movie. I thought you meant the first quote. And I was like, of the film?
Yeah.
I think I might know that, but I'm not going to say it in case I get it wrong. But, oh my god, so many. Obviously.
One of mine,
it's just all Ellie Sattler, probably.
Yeah, I know. One of mine is, it's to do with the scene and the line because it's just really iconic, but clever girl. Love that
iconic
line. It's
death.
So good.
Sorry.
Yeah. Spoilies, but it is very good.
Robert Muldoon, rest in peace.
It's so good. It's so good.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I also like a good one. Just because I like doing the voice. Dino DNA.
And
DNA. Women inherit the earth. Obviously. Do you know what? If I were to get a tattoo, I would 100% get women inherit the earth.
Yeah.
With a
God
little...
creates man.
Huh?
Was it God creates?
God
creates man.
Yeah. God creates man. Man creates... No, God creates dinosaurs.
God destroys dinosaurs.
God creates man. Man creates dinosaur. Dinosaur
eat man.
Eat man.
Women inherit
the earth.
Slay girl. Honestly. What other one?
Not us thinking the timeline.
Timeline of events.
God bless you.
I was just about to say that. There's another one that Tim says that I really like, but I love it when he's like arguing with Lex, and then he's like, he's in your computer all day. And it's like, because you're like, I don't know, you're a something, like a loser or something. It's like, I'm a hacker.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I know what you're
I'm
talking
not
about.
a whatever. Yeah. I'm a hacker. Yeah.
She's a hacker. Hashtag hacker Lex.
Hashtag woman in STEM. She really is.
So many women in STEM.
Also, the obvious welcome to Jurassic Park.
Oh, slay. Not a quote as well, but the end bit where the dinosaur... I mean,
the bit where...
Stop it. Where the banner falls.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That is just brilliant. And yeah. No, it is so good.
So good.
And yeah, the music, to go back to what we're actually talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, got a bit
significantly like enhances that for you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the same experience without the iconic theme. You hear that French horn coming through. Oh,
Yeah. But first, the first thing you hear, because obviously the first scenes in Jurassic Park are not nice. They are of people getting attacked by dinosaurs. And then zoom in on Bob Peck's face. He goes, "Shoot her!" By the way, that was a really great impression. Well done, me.
So far, the impressions have been spot on.
Yeah, they've actually been so good. But it's like the first song you hear is called like it's like the carnivore's theme is what it's referred to. It's like a weird little panpipe thing that goes on over like a synth choir thing, polytonal one.
Yeah.
Which I do know what that means. I'm not just saying that.
Music A-level.
Yeah. And that builds the violence and the darkness in the opening scenes of the film because, you know, dinosaurs eating people is not good. That's like, you know, quite bad. Just a bit bad. But then like immediately afterwards it goes into the well, not immediately, but you know what I mean, like with music, it goes into the more happier scores throughout the rest of the movie. So like the Journey to the Island theme, which is a big one, it's just the end credits one. Just the main, you know, the bit from the end credits is just the Journey to the Island, and it like it's just, you know, as we know the score for Jurassic Park is so good, but it's just I don't like the way that Jurassic World copies it. Like even if it copied it exactly, which they did when they first went to Jurassic World in the first one, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
I think it's just not the same because the concept isn't as. I think with Jurassic Park, it's obviously it's a lot more raw, and like with Jurassic World, I mean, I don't hate it as a franchise or anything. It's okay.
Okay.
I don't hate it. Okay. It's not awful. No. And if they weren't, I don't know. They're just like blockbuster movies, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
But I think. It's all the problem with movies like that. I don't know if you can put
tonal change.
It's like that.
The problem with movies
it's like that video. It's like that clip of Joe Biden where he's like, "How would you describe your mental focus?" And he's like, "Well, look." Anyway, yeah. The problem with movies like that play off of original franchise. Off of an original franchise or series is that they'll always be playing for the coin, the money.
I think one thing that stood out for me
and then nostalgia
in Fallen Kingdom, which by the way that film is trash. I really don't like that. The second Jurassic World movie.
No, I don't like that.
It's bad, isn't it? It doesn't make sense.
No,
it just does not make sense.
Yeah, I don't
anyway, the scene where the Brachiosaurus dies in that film because it gets left on the island. Sad emotion. Rest in peace.
My gosh, yeah.
Because obviously that's the first one that you see in Jurassic Park, the first ever film. That's like a big thing, you know. It's like very much it's dead, it's gone, no more Brachiosaurus, whatever it is. And it's like the music on that. It was supposed to, I think someone said it was the original theme from Jurassic Park. But I don't remember if it was. I'm not going to lie. I only watched that film once and I'm not going to watch it again. So, apologies if I'm wrong. But it's just like the music didn't hit, you know. It's supposed to be sad because it's the first ever dinosaur you see from movies dying. I just didn't, it's like, it just wasn't sad enough.
Yeah. I think it was sad. And you can be like, oh, Brachiosaurus. Or, is it a Brachiosaurus?
I mean, I'm just basing it off of what,
no, it must be.
Grant says.
Oh,
like,
yes.
It's a brachiosaur.
Yeah.
His little accent that he does. It's a brachiosaur.
Yeah, it's a whack accent going on in that. What was I saying? Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. That's what I was saying. It's sad, and you can like appreciate that. But I think it doesn't hit in the same way. The thing is, it's weird because if you break it all down, it's the perfect thing to create a really sad scene.
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
The cinematography, the music, the actress. But something about it doesn't hit as sad as when you're from the original. Do you know what though? No. I was gonna say I shed a tear. I don't think I did.
No tears were shed, guys.
No tears were shed. I think I was close to it, but only because Laura Dern was on the screen. Do you know what I mean?
Was she?
No, in the last one, sorry.
The last one.
The last Jurassic World.
Yeah, we love Laura Dern. oh my god, another quote I forgot to say. I don't know why, I'm just like, I just love this. But like, when the Gallimimuses are running at them, and then Lex is like, is that a Metasaurus?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So cute.
Vegisaurus, Lex, Vegisaurus.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Gallimimus. Could you imagine like those running past you? That's terrifying. I always used to think, oh, that'd be so cool. No, it's scary. What if you got run over and died by a Gallimimus?
Because they just have to be like, whoa, and then they duck under the thing, don't they?
Yeah.
The tree or whatever it is.
And the
mound.
Yeah. Insane.
Helpful mound placement.
Helpful tree placement.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't lie. If I was in Jurassic Park,
dead.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. Like, they seem to have a lot of lifelines. Can't lie.
To be fair, I mean, I'd just stay in the same place. Not gonna lie. Like, why would anyone leave the safety of one room? But back to the point. The main theme from Jurassic Park, as we established, has a choir section, which I just didn't even pay attention to. But it's clearer like later throughout the theme. But it's like a little bit more obvious like towards the end of it. But in the middle, I don't notice it. But now I will. The happier themes in Jaws. Jesus Christ, Jurassic Park. I only played a few times because it would just be inappropriate to play it other times, obviously. Could you imagine listening to like the first T-Rex attack and it being like dun, 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 dun.
True. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah. So, but it's just like
different themes though, isn't it?
It's good though because like, I mean, obviously it's really obvious it makes me look stupid if I say that I didn't realize this. I did. I'm just pointing it out. I did know this, but you know, like the happier themes before everything starts is like when everyone sees the dinosaurs for the first time. It's like the wonder and the awe, and you're just like, wow, that's a real life dinosaur in the big year of 1993. And then like everyone's like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is like crazy good. And then when they get attacked, etc. It's just like the dark themes because you're like, oh, this is bad. This is actually the worst idea anyone's ever had in their entire life. So, you know.
Can I just say...
And then they bring it back when they, you know, survive and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, And I just want to say, I don't also see... It's kind of annoying with Jurassic World. Because of why would you recreate that?
That is so stupid.
Like, you saw what happened.
Yeah.
Girl, what are you doing?
What are you doing, mate?
That's a whole thing.
Ridiculous. Anyway... I don't like those movies. I don't care. There you go. I said it.
She said it.
I said it, guys. But it's just like, it's just really annoying because, like, why did you need to do that? Jurassic Park is perfectly fine. As I was saying earlier, Journey to the Island.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but how could we not quote Life Finds a Way when it's literally on your arm?
Hey.
Anyway, Life Finds a Way.
Life Finds a Way, guys. Journey to the Island theme. It has so many like variations throughout the movie. So like when they're preparing with Muldoon and Ellie Sattler are like preparing to go find to do the power to turn it back on. There's like a military brass. I was going to say brace.
A military brace.
Brass version in that scene where she's like, we can discuss sexism in survival situations when I get back. Such a good line.
Yeah.
It's like that theme, but it's more like army-ish.
Yeah,
they're like, gonna go fight some dinosaurs. And then the same thing happens when Lex locks the doors when she's being a woman in STEM, and she's like, which I've always been bothered by the way she uses the mouse.
Yeah.
Why is she like this?
It's probably like claw, like kind of. Yeah,
like this. It's ridiculous. It's like a triumphant version when that happens anyway, which is very close to the original orchestration. The closest it's been in like the different renditions. So that's cool. So that's like the main theme from Jurassic Park isn't even the main theme. It's just Journey to the Island theme, which is crazy. So that's everything else I had to say about Jurassic Park. I didn't want to write too much, but I already had loads on it. Yeah. So
end of the story. Moral of the story. We love Jurassic Park.
We do.
And John Williams absolutely came and served for that film.
I'm just so proud of him. Yeah.
We're proud of John Williams. Shout out to John Williams.
Shout out to John Williams. I hope you're listening to this. I think it's crazy that he said he was going to retire after the Star Wars franchise, like back in the day. But obviously he didn't.
Know that.
Because he recently did the score for The Fabelmans, which is the one about Steven Spielberg's life. And obviously he's going to get John Williams to do it. There was a really good quote about it when John Williams received... I don't know why I keep doing this, as if I'm like, what? I don't know, like, just covering my eyes. It's a really good quote. It's a really good quote. I can't see it right now. I can't see, but there is a really good quote. It's by Steven Spielberg when he did... John Williams got the award, like Lifetime Achievement Award. He was like, without John Williams, dinosaurs wouldn't, like, we wouldn't hear dinosaurs walking, something like that. Bikes wouldn't fly. Something.
That makes me want to cry.
I know. It's so sad.
Why does that make me want to cry?
But it was like, why are you crying? It's like bikes wouldn't fly, dinosaurs wouldn't like walk the earth and stuff like that. Speaking of bikes flying, we are talking about E.T. now for a hot second.
Yay!
The best one, the end credits theme from that is just the music, the piano.
Oh, no.
Elliot.
I was literally saying to Rebecca on the way here to this professional studio.
My professional studio that I'm in.
When I was driving here, I was listening to my film music in preparation, to get in the mood. And E.T. came on, and I literally just, I gasped so loud. I have a thing where I just gasp at things.
It's really quite funny.
I don't know. It's like a genuine reaction as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I gasped so loud that when it came, and every time it comes on, I just love it. I don't know why. I think there's just something that sounds so nostalgic and like so much like it sounds like childhood and childhood joy because I feel like just feeling Elliot's joy right there. It's such a wonderful score,
and he's just he's flying on his bike.
Exactly. I'll tell you my favorite bit personally.
I like the bit in the end credits, like the second time when the flying theme plays in the end credits is like the second time through it's got like a harmony going on, like a different one than the rest. And it's just I just love it. So
John Williams knows what he's doing with violins.
He does.
He's so good. He uses each section. This is just out there for my orchestra friends and orchestral fans. He uses every segment of the orchestra so well, and I feel like he really utilizes definitely the winds and the strings, but everything has such an important role in across loads of his scores. And I think that's really amazing. So, like, whatever you play, unless you're a singer, soz, guys.
No, choir.
Oh, yeah, true, soz. Actually, no, yeah.
Double soz.
Whatever instrument you specialise in, if you want to play John Williams, you can really well. And there's something really good for you to play, especially if you flute, because you guys got some good flute
good
themes.
Stuff. So there you go. E.T., which I think is just such a perfect little wholesome movie to kind of wrap up discussion on the movie themes themselves. Because right now, what I want to do is I want to just do a quick little quiz.
Oh my gosh! I
know you love a quiz.
I love a quiz.
It's only 5 questions.
Okay,
but I'm just gonna name some
I'm really scared.
Relatively obscure songs. Relatively obscure
Is
songs.
this just John Williams?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm better at more broad things.
But but I don't care. So it's like, they're supposed to be like, it's not going to be like, theme from Jurassic Park. Which movie is this from? It's just other stuff. You have to tell me what movie it's from.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, okay.
I'll try to be as not specific as possible.
Okay, I see what you mean. I'm scared because I don't know the names of them.
And remember that we haven't spoken about every single John Williams scored movie. So there's many. I've gone with iconic ones though, so hopefully you should know. Let's start with number 1. Bad dates.
Bad dates.
Bad dates. You don't have to be specific. It doesn't have to be like
the prune.
Shut up, man. It doesn't have to be like, if it's Star Wars, you don't have to say Star Wars chapter this. It's not that. You just have to say like Star Wars or something. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So anyway, bad dates.
Don't know. Am I allowed to hear it?
No. We've already established this.
I know, but just for me.
No. Because I didn't listen to the music.
No, what? Okay. What, you just went through and picked something? Would you know what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would know what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Is it something we've spoken about already?
No.
Oh gosh.
Okay, you can have like, I think
bad dates.
You can have like a hint for each question.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna use it for this one? You want a hint?
Yeah.
Okay. One of our friends really loves this movie franchise, but I didn't know that she liked them. Like, she's obsessed with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But I didn't know that she, like, really likes these films.
I feel like it might be Kira. Shout out.
Shout out to Kira.
It must be Kira. Oh my gosh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Indiana Jones.
It is Indiana Jones, correct.
Yeah.
When I was like, you said to me, she was like, I'm so excited for the new Indiana Jones. I was like, are you? Like, is this a lie? Are you being serious right now?
She really likes those like old films.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, not I mean about old, but you know what I mean. Those like classic films.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, Bad Dates is from Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Which Indiana Jones?
I can't remember.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's my bet.
I think it might be from Crystal Skull.
Oh,
but I don't know. It might have just been like a John Williams Indiana Jones like all collection that I was looking at before I chose it, so I can't really remember which one it was. Apologies.
Interesting. I wonder what the context is behind that.
Next question.
I wonder if he did just have bad dates.
Maybe he did.
In a jar.
Maybe he did. Number 2. Starship Escapes.
Right, okay, so we've got a few options here. Starship. Okay, so I don't think it's not E.T. I know it's space related, but it's not. It's not. Obviously we've got Close Encounters, which I've not seen. So it could be that. Star Wars as well, obviously. I'm gonna say I'm actually really scared. I'm not sure. I'm scared to get it wrong. Do I only get one chance?
You can have 2 guesses.
Okay. Star Wars.
No.
OMG. Okay, have I said it already?
No.
Oh, no, I'm scared. Is it actually space related?
No.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, the movie itself isn't
that's
like
what I mean.
space. Except, I mean...
Okay, that's really
it kind of is, but it's also not like the whole story. Space is not the like entire thing.
Oh, that's really thrown me off. Can I get a hint?
You can. I'll give you 2 because I don't know what one to give. But I always forget that this score is done by John Williams. And it is always an example that we used to use in music classes about like strong brass elements. Like this thing.
I think I know what it is.
What is it?
Is it Superman?
It is Superman. It is from Superman.
Yes, that makes sense.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Man Against Beast.
Interesting. Are any of these ones we've mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay, they are. Is it JP?
No.
Okay, I've got one shot left.
Just got one shot left.
Oh. Is it Jaws?
Yeah, it's Jaws.
I think before every single one where I've got it wrong and then realised what it is, I've been like,
oh. Is it this? Okay, number 4. I've seen this one in a lot of like compilations of John Williams albums, I guess. And I've always thought it was just like such a random name, but obviously there is a reason for it. But I just forget what that reason was.
Is it like actually...
It is Remembering Petticoat Lane. Remembering Petticoat Lane.
Petticoat Lane. And it makes sense.
Yeah, but it's not a main thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like in the background of one scene.
If I heard it, would I know it?
No, I don't think so. Maybe actually.
I've actually seen this film.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to have to have a hint, I think.
Okay.
It's quite hard.
The scene takes place at a table with ice cream.
Okay, well, thinking of John Williams movies now that happens.
Have ice cream in them. The ice cream tasted really good because it was just like the best of the best.
Did they spare no expense?
They didn't spare any expense, to be honest.
Is it Jurassic Park?
It is Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think that's the right scene. That? I think he's talking about how he started in his like. But there's also one called High Wire Stunts, which I think is about the flea circus. But also, I don't know. But I think it is from that.
That's like, a good scene to recreate with if you ever have jelly.
Yeah.
The one
Which
in Flex,
always
she's
was like, I've always thought this. If she's a vegetarian, why is she eating jelly? Do you know what I mean? If she's so
true.
passionately a vegetarian, why is she eating jelly?
That's actually a really good point. I never thought about that.
I've always thought about that because I'm like, okay, so she's eating animal bones?
Yeah.
Like,
she's okay with the bones.
Yeah. Okay, final one.
Okay.
Abandoned and pursued. That's what I am. That me when forgot the joke. So
me when I'm a terrible stand-up comedian. Okay.
Me when I get lost in a shop and someone's looking for me.
Okay. Abandoned and pursued.
Yep. Ooh, that was crisp.
It really was crisp. Yep.
Abandoned and pursued. Get away from my microphone. You got your own, man.
Abandoned and pursued.
Abandoned and pursued. Why is it?
Pursued. Who's that?
Why?
Pursued.
Like, okay, all right. Abandoned and pursued.
Can I have a hint, please?
You can have a hint. Well,
actually, no. Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a good one. So the main character of this film is obviously pursued, and quite emotional because he gets caught.
Oh.
And everybody's crying.
Oh. Okay, no, it's not what I thought it was. Is it Star Wars?
It's not Star Wars.
We've not said E.T. yet.
That is from E.T.
It's from E.T.
Because he was abandoned.
That makes sense. Yeah,
pursued.
He was in fact abandoned and pursued.
That is what happens when you get abandoned and pursued.
Pursued. I really like the way you say that.
What, pursued?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like your accent coming out.
So there you go. That is us talking about John Williams. Let us know if you also did the quiz questions, because I feel like that was quite an interactive game. Thank you very much for listening or watching.
Thank
whatever
you
you're
so
doing.
much.
You can download this episode, follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and subscribe to me on YouTube, and watch the video versions of the podcast if you haven't already, if you're just listening to this, at Finch's Film Club, I think, on YouTube, Finch Film Club Pod, on Instagram and TikTok. So that's fun. I hope you follow those, because there'll be more like exciting clips and highlights and stuff that you can share with your friends.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about this podcast. It's hilarious. So
Totally. We're having such a fun time.
And very informative.
I hope you learned things, and I hope that if you haven't seen the movies that we've spoken about, you're not mad at us for any spoilies.
We did give you a warning.
I don't think there really were
no
actually many spoilers or anything.
I don't know. Depends on
if
what
there is
you've
anything
seen or
that you
not.
haven't seen, please go and watch it.
Yeah.
If there's anything we requested you to listen to,
please go and
Go
listen
and have
to
a
it.
listen.
I'm very serious. I hope John Williams' music is appreciated by everyone in the future.
yeah,
It is really something else. Thank you again. Hope you have a wonderful day or evening, night, whenever you are
Whatever
listening
you're
to or
doing.
watching this. You will hear us in the next episode. Thank you.
Bye.